What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 75 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into our live stream. Please share if you haven't done so already. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Mikey P is back tonight along with Pauls and Nick Theories. Philly Phil is out tonight. He is on vacation for his birthday because he don't care. His birthday's more important, obviously, I guess, whatever.
Happy birthday, Philly Phil.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
buddy.
absolutely.
Almost
Love
birthday.
you.
And everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a vacation. So,
Yep.
you know, it's good. It's good for the mental health,
Mental health.
and everything. Absolutely, man.
It matters.
There's a lot of advocates out there for it. So, you know,
I didn't have the
figured
right
I'd
kind
share
of break from this show, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You had
But-
a work event.
I got something for you. Oh God, I'm back, fellas. I'm happy to be here, but it wasn't what it was made out to be. Pauls, I appreciate you defending my reputation. There's no way an Iron Man streak of 72 straight episodes gets broken by a work event, Pauls. You guys know me. I ain't missing this because of work. I literally was physically unable because I'm not gonna go into detail. I'll let the sounds do the talking.
Sounds accurate. And it went all over your bathroom floor.
All
foul,
night
man.
long.
That's
All night
fucking
long.
foul, bro.
It's all good.
It was so foul, man.
Back though, you lost some weight.
Yeah, you know, you're not kidding. Honestly,
Brand new digestive tract. You're good.
I don't
Give me
even.
that stomach bug. I gotta lose some weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't need to do half the work now to get the beach body back. So we're good, fellas. Happy to be back though. You guys did an excellent job in my absence. All right, let's get right into this shit. P&I episode 75. That's right, 75. That's a milestone, fellas. Oh, what's going on here?
75 and alive.
There we
baby.
go. Come
Fucking
on, let's
rock and
go.
roll.
75. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And we got a nice show for you tonight. So, P&I episode 75. That's interesting, Mike. I'll give it a little something.
That's dope. You guys
In a
have your
second.
phones. See, real team players, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Appreciate your sacrifice,
Oh, what's
Mr.
up, Phil?
Theories.
Sacrifices.
yeah,
Philly Phil's in LA. All right.
for the name in the front, bro.
Facts.
You're the man, Nick Theories. I said Mick. I was going to say Mr. All right. P&I episode 75. That's right. Is brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC, right, or received 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy.
There's
Also,
Philly Phil.
there he is again.
He just landed in LA and he's still on the plane and tuning into P&I. That's real love. And don't ever say he doesn't
That's
care.
true dedication right there.
What a guy.
Also, don't forget, go check us out at the Props Network, propshq.com. Go subscribe there. You will not regret it. Guys, I got to open with Jay Wright. Jay Wright randomly retires. Hell of a career. 60 years old. Oh my God. He's got the best program in the nation, honestly. I had to think about it. I think he's got the best basketball program in the country. One of the best college sports programs in the country. Maybe if Doc flops, you got your new Sixers coach right there.
I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he might be done too.
He went out on his terms.
He deserves it though, right?
Earned.
He deserves it. Secondly, Mike was just showing me that JJ Arthur-Whiteside is switching to tight end. Who knows if it keeps him around any longer? I mean, he is a good blocker. He's got some size,
Pause.
but I don't know.
He
If he's, I
stinks.
don't know if he's got it here.
He stinks.
He sucks.
Let's move on.
He sucks.
Yeah, he don't deserve
He
it.
sucks.
fucking stinks. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
He needs to be out
we're
of here.
talking about JJ Arcega-Whiteside here. He's garbage.
Factual.
He can move the running back. It don't matter. For real.
Bench.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. He's trash.
All right, let's rock.
And Sean Payton, by the way, guys, he kind of, sort of. I mean, he made some comments about the whole Dolphins thing, and it kind of seems like it was all true. It was being done through back channel intermediaries. Okay, so it seems like there was some truth to the fire. Maybe we see it next year. Who knows? We're not gonna spend too much time on it tonight. But without further ado,
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
think you know what's happening.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
I think you know what's happening here, fellas. Play the damn song.
The fucking. And it's deserved.
Play the
I said
fucking.
we were going to sweep them. Love it.
You did. You did. We
I knew they
confirmed
had
that
no
earlier. I mean, we were talking about it, man. It seems like going into the series, everybody was down on the Sixers
I don't understand that.
for no apparent reason.
They're laying in the weeds.
I mean, they had been coasting. Whatever. James Harden was what he was. He looks
Wow.
fine.
They gave him a reason for that. I mean, they didn't sleep on him just because people hate them. They were slept on because they weren't playing well.
Chess.
So let's just call it what it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's some facts right there too, Nick Theories. Fellas, Joel Embiid in overtime with the step back 3-pointer
Oof.
to win Game 3 and go up 3-0.
Bro.
Wow. And I gotta admit, I'm gonna ask you your thoughts, but man, that particular 2 possessions was poo at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And he salvaged it behind the 3-point line nonetheless. Doc draws up a nice play. Didn't think Joel was going to be the guy getting it behind the 3-point line, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts,
games,
though?
Those are games we normally lose. I was shocked we won.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Doc Rivers, I can't believe I'm saying this, is coaching circles around Nick Nurse. Switches, subs. Tobias Harris is earning his contract. Locked Siakam's ass up last night.
I think that warrants an alarm.
Yeah, because
Doc Rivers is out coaching Nick Nurse.
this is the Doc
Is
Rivers.
that fair to say, though?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a better roster.
These are true facts here. I mean, I
He's
can't
got
deny that.
Of course it's going to look like he's out
Nick,
coaching somebody.
He's
got
had a better roster than everybody last year too, and he was ass in the playoffs.
And
ass.
First of all,
It depends who you play.
he deserves Coach of the Year for not playing DeAndre Jordan anymore.
Oh my God.
Thank God we bullied him in the Paul Reed.
Thank God.
B-ball Paul.
He's just
He's a
making
beast.
like
Out the mud.
he didn't do the all bench lineup. Thank God.
He
It's just,
seems to have gotten a handle on the rotation. Right?
and like the team seems together. They really do. Like Danny Green to Maxey to Embiid, all of them. They feel like a team. And I feel like that moment yesterday for Embiid, like those are galvanizing moments that can push teams in the right direction.
Well, you saw it with the Kawhi shot, right? What was
Look
it,
it
2
did,
years
yeah.
ago now? 3 years? Jesus Christ.
3. Yeah, it was the
Right in that same building. All
But
right.
does it have the same sting though? Like, okay, like you have Embiid hits that. I see what you guys are saying. Like, does that propel a team in the next round? But I feel like if Embiid did that to like a Brooklyn team, a Celtics team, like a team of that magnitude, I feel like that would be the equivalent of the Kawhi shot.
I mean,
In my
and it
opinion.
was a game 7 too, Nick. So I mean,
True.
there was more meaning there. But
for
the
him
Sixers lose this
personally-
game, though. They lose this game. You keep that team alive. And the Sixers, I mean, I can't remember a time where they always lose in these moments.
Always.
They find a way to lose games like this. They're down 17. I mean, usually it's them blowing a lead, but they're down 17 at one point in this game. They come all the way back.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They should have won it in regulation. Honestly, Tobias got fouled.
yeah,
He got
dude,
crucified under the
I
rim.
wanted him to make that, but
And I
I'm
was
happy.
losing my shit because I thought that was going to, translate to a normal Sixers loss, right?
I just feel like the team's headed in the right direction. I love where they're at. They're going to sweep them on Saturday. It's
Absolutely.
over.
Get your brooms out.
And for Embiid, the
so too, Nick.
Raptors,
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think the Sixers actually played like trash,
they did.
and they still won.
Yeah.
And they still won on the road. Like, that's impressive to me. So it's just like, my thing is like the Raptors. They're just not in their league. The Sixers are too star heavy now, especially with the the emergence of Maxey this year. Like,
Unbelievable.
that has literally propelled the Sixers to be where they're at.
Put him years ahead.
Most
Absolutely.
improved player.
He's a
He
stud.
don't get it, but he should have got it.
Like, even if Harden is a little washed, let's just call it, right? That's the consensus.
He's being asked to
Around
be a
the league.
playmaker. He don't look like the scoring threat that he once was. I'll agree with you there. He looks a little sluggish at times, right?
Yeah.
Like he looks like he don't have bounce.
He doesn't have like he's just not shifty. Like he doesn't have the moves anymore. Like I can't explain it. Every time he drives, it's either getting blocked or he's getting like
he draws the defenders in. Like,
I think I can explain it.
I don't know.
I don't think he's not an MVP anymore. He's just a star.
And that's okay. That's all we need him to be.
So back to my point. So back to my point was like, you know, even if Harden is a little washed, okay, Maxi's emergence literally propelled the Sixers too.
It negated it, right?
It does, because it actually gives you another dimension, because you have Tobias Harris too as your 4.
He's fine.
And he's playing phenomenal basketball right now.
Exactly.
This is the best I've ever seen him. It's the first time since he signed that contract.
He's playing his role.
Or I feel like he was worth the money. First time I can say it.
He's playing his part 2 like a sequel.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Tobias too.
Me too.
He deserves it. For real, he does.
Me too. He's put in the work, and he's been asking to
good guy, good
take
teammate,
sacrifices.
Good teammate, good guy. He's awesome, man. Good for him.
He's easy to root for.
Yeah, for sure.
But fellas, I think that's enough of the Sixers. It was an awesome celebration. They should close it out. We will see on Saturday. All right. But we got some major news. First, I mean, there's 2 parts here. 2 of the teams that were in the finals last year got dealt with major news in the last 24 hours. We'll start with the Phoenix Suns. Nick, this is your guy here.
Yeah.
D-Book, Devin Booker, grade 1 hamstring strain, out 2 to 3 weeks. At first, it was looking like, all right, he's missing 2 games. Now, the series is in question. I mean, that pretty much rules out the series part of the next one if they get there. So that's the question. How does this affect the Suns? Are they going to get there? Because it's 1-1. I didn't see that coming, personally.
Willie Green.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
If Chris Paul is that dude, right? If he is that guy, he is taking the Suns by himself without D-Book, and he's winning this series. They were the number 1 seed. They won 60-something games. Like, this team is just, even without D-Book, they are still deep enough to kind of, like, just get by. And then that can buy them some time for D-Book to come back. So, do I think the Suns are in trouble? I mean, losing a star player in D-Book, who I love, is never good. But I still think they will find a way to win. I think, like, the veteran presence of Chris Paul is going to get it done for them.
And they played great basketball without Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They should do it again in theory. I agree with you, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuses here. This is the Pelicans. I mean, kudos to Willie Green. I know Mike's about to say something there. But, I mean, I didn't think they'd even take a game. I thought maybe they'd win in 5, but they'll take one in their place. They go and win one in Phoenix, and then D-Book gets hurt too? It's interesting now. I mean, we have to at least acknowledge that. I think that Phoenix will still win it, probably more likely in 6 at this point.
I would say 6 or 7 too, but I think that actually helps the Suns.
Explain.
Because at that point, you're dragging the series in the next week. Because if Game 7 is next Thursday, there's a week cut into that. Then you normally get a few days off by the time the next series, which if another series is going 6 or 7 games, that also is giving you time. So I still think they're going to win. I wouldn't sleep on the Pelicans, though. To piggyback off of Willie Green is one of the next coaches. Like, he's got next.
Willie Green.
He is awesome. They were terrible the first half of the year. And then they caught on, and Willie, like, you could just tell, when they do mic'd up and they show him in the huddle, like, his messages are heard from those teammates. They're engaged, and you could tell that they respect him as their leader. But, I mean, I think the Suns should pull it out, but I don't think it's going to be easy, to be honest, because something that's not being talked about right now, Brandon Ingram,
he's a killer,
is playing like an actual star. Mm-hmm. I'm dead serious. He's playing like Jason Tatum.
He took the leap that Ben Simmons, the guy taken before him, should have taken.
Yeah, that never took.
Well, this is the opportunity for DeAndre Ayton to show what he's made of, too, right here. And I think he's going to.
Now, here's the thing. I love DeAndre Ayton. I said a very hot take last week. I don't know if you heard it, if you didn't listen. It was a crazy hot take. He was laughing.
Go ahead.
I said right now,
Give
if you're
it
starting
for the audience one
if
more
you're
time.
starting a franchise, I think that I would take DeAndre Ayton over Anthony Davis. Because that's how I think that's more though how much faith I do not have in Anthony Davis.
Is this taking everything into account or just straight up talent?
Everything
into account.
Then I'm right with you.
I'm taking DeAndre
too,
Ayton.
Nick?
And I think DeAndre Ayton gets lost a little bit behind Chris Paul and D Book. And also, like what you said about Chris Paul carrying them, I think he can because he did it with the Thunder.
Yeah.
He did it with the Young Thunder. And they took the Rockets.
They're a
to
great
7 games.
team.
I think they're going to be fine. And I think Chris Paul can get them through. And then I think D Book will be back in 2 weeks.
It's truly a sad story, honestly.
Yeah, it
the way
sucks.
they were rolling. You never know what happens here, man. I mean, young team gets inspired. They take a game. They're going back home now.
I love Willie Green, man.
I do too.
I think he's an awesome coach. And the way he's got Ingram playing is unbelievable. And it's crazy because the thing that really made them take off was CJ McCollum.
Who's being asked to be more of a ball handler.
Correct.
And distributor.
It took so much pressure off of Ingram to just be the only scorer. Now, like, they have a formidable backcourt.
And he looks good doing it, by the way.
I know.
He was obviously asked to play a different role with Portland.
He went from
no doubt
a
about
2
it.
to a 1.
So who takes D Book's spot?
Ooh, I don't think Cameron Payne would start.
Cam Johnson?
That's a great question, Nick.
Probably because Cam Payne kind of needs the ball. So I still think he's going to come off. The problem is now is you could switch off D-Book and Chris Paul where you can keep one of them on the floor at all times. So for 48 minutes, you have elite guard play. You're not going to have that anymore because Chris Paul, when he does rest and you bring in Cam Johnson, well, he's good. He's a viable option, but he's not Devin Booker or Chris Paul. Right. So that is definitely a different dynamic because on the flip side now you have Ingram and McCollum for 48 minutes if you stagger their minutes correctly.
Yeah.
But
And
I
Chris
love
Paul's going to need to score more, too. He's going to need to take some more shots.
I love the point on Ayton, though. This is a big opportunity for Ayton to show what he's made of and show that he can take over.
No
Prove
doubt.
you're that dude.
And he's up for a deal. His contract's coming, so.
That happened fast. All right, fellas. Next up, the Milwaukee Bucks. And we don't have a timeline yet, but Khris Middleton goes down. MCL injury. Defending champions. And the Bulls just took one. They almost took game one, and they shot literally 30-something%. I mean, they played awful, and they could have legitimately taken game one. So this is a team, it feels like the Bulls were largely being ignored. Everybody's got this a sweep or 5 games, right? They go and take one in Milwaukee. And now Middleton could be gone. And this is a team where they got some pieces there. They might be able to do some damage. So how are we feeling about this? Because I feel like at least Middleton's got to probably miss 1, maybe 2 games. He's definitely got to miss 1. There's
He's out indefinitely.
Is that what they said?
Yeah,
that's
so that doesn't sound
That's the
positive.
latest ruling?
That was an hour ago.
So, I mean,
That's not
that ain't
good.
looking too good.
Well, I said it last pod. I said, yo, the Bulls, man, don't sleep on them.
Good call.
I did.
Because they play
I
well.
know.
I feel
know,
like they can give Milwaukee fits.
Nick, they play with
And they can.
passion.
And I said,
Passion.
yeah, exactly right. DeMar DeRozan, he had like one of his worst games of his career. And I said, I can guarantee you he bounces back. And he did. He dropped a
41?
41.
Dropped a 41
40-piece nugget.
Yeah.
Extra spicy, all legs.
Write that down.
Like for real. So if he can do that, he negates Giannis. And then
Major.
that's major because they have Zach LaVine especially with Middleton out. Yo, the Bucks are in trouble. Straight up.
I agree, actually. I actually think now you're looking at, if he's out this series, I would still take the Bucks, but it's going to be 6 or 7. Because I'm even if they didn't have Middleton, I would still say 5 or 6. Like, I think it was going 6 either way. They may get a 7th game here. And for me, the Bulls don't have Lonzo. If they had Lonzo, I might actually tip a little bit. Not that he's like a total
No,
series
that would
changer,
make a major difference.
but Lonzo is somewhat of a difference maker in scenarios. And for me now, a lot of pressure's on Giannis. A lot of pressure.
So what's your % chance for the Bulls to win?
I would say 30 to 40%. I still
I was
lean.
going to say roughly 25.
I still lean to Milwaukee,
But
but
they're a team that, like, compared to the Pelicans. I wouldn't sleep on the Bulls because
Levine
they
can get you
were
40.
playing very well in the beginning of the season. They kind of slid. All right, they fell down the ladder, and they still got talent there though. They got some guys there.
Levine and DeMar could get you 40.
Yeah, no doubt. I'll say this: if Middleton is out for the series, the Bulls are winning.
Wow, good for you.
Go
They are.
Theories.
I just feel like they have it, man. Like they got good pieces over there. Like they're being slept on.
Caruso.
Like no doubt, they got scrappy players. They got ballers. Like they got guys that aren't scared to shoot.
Nope.
They're they all play as a team. And like I just when I watched them last night,
Passion.
I saw a team that knows that they could beat them. Like they're not scared of the Milwaukee Bucks. They went into Milwaukee and took a game.
And they
Like-
could have taken two.
They could.
The first one
Play
was
it
right
like
there.
ass.
That was right. That gave them the confidence though to know that like, yo, we could do this. We could beat them. I don't
Preach.
care what the fucking press says. We're here.
And let me tell you something else that I like more about the Bulls. I think Billy Donovan's a better coach than Mike Budenholzer.
You know, not too long ago, I think that most people would have agreed with you.
I know he won the
finally
chip.
got the ring.
I know he won the chip, but I actually believe that Billy Donovan is a better, I just think he's a better coach.
In college,
won't-
yeah. But I'm not gonna say the NBA yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna reach that far, but I don't think it's like that big of a separation gap between the two of them. For what it's worth,
I actually didn't even realize they were in Milwaukee, dude. That went over my head.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part
major.
about it.
I
And,
actually didn't realize
the thing
that, to be
is,
honest.
Bro, I
if
gotta be
he's-
honest.
If he's out for the series, it's going 7 for sure, in my opinion.
You know-
And I think Milwaukee would win it Game 7 at home.
Huh.
But it will not be an easy path.
And you
I hate to say this because I picked Milwaukee to go pretty far. Well, actually, I haven't won this round in our bracket that we did a couple episodes ago. But now I gotta be honest with you guys, bro. I think Bulls are winning in 6.
Wow.
You think they're gonna
6.
win 3 to next
I
four?
Well,
think-
that's in Chicago.
I
the next 4?
I think Chicago's gonna win the next 2. I think the Bucks are gonna win at home, and I think Chicago's going back home, and they're gonna seal the deal.
Wow, Nick Theories.
I mean, if that happens, dude, kudos to you.
Bro,
But
this
damn, bro, that's crazy.
This Bulls team is no joke, and if you don't have Middleton, I mean, that's a big piece missing, bro.
That's 25 points.
That's what I'm saying.
Either
And
way-
rebounds, like. You gotta replace that production. If you have guys on your roster that could do that, great. But they don't.
You still
So-
have Drew and Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis is a difference maker.
Yeah, but so is DeMar DeRozan, so is Zach LaVine, and so is the other boys they have.
Some of the parts might be able to cancel out.
So let me say
Might
this.
be.
Like I like
You might-
Patrick Williams on the Bulls. I think
got-
he can play.
I got
think
something
he
for
can-
you.
I think he's a solid player.
The best player in the series is Giannis.
Absolutely.
But without Middleton, you could actually make an argument that the Bulls are the better team right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's a fair
and that's
argument.
why I'm taking the Bulls. I think the Bulls are going to actually win this series if Middleton. Fuck it. I don't care. With or without Middleton, I think the Bulls are
And
winning,
you know
bro.
what, Nick?
I'm dead ass.
He's missing at least a game or two.
Bro, they
We can
believe
at least-
they can win.
Yeah.
That's major. If you could believe that you can win, fuck the talent part. You know that you're talented, whatever. A team can have more talent, and they can know that. But they don't. If they don't believe they can win, then you're done.
Believe
they
it, you're halfway there.
they can win, and they had the talent to do it. And they had the next 2 games at home. They are in prime position to actually steal this series from the Bucks, and I think they're going to do it.
And
I
you want to
really
know
do.
what else here? I think the way this shapes up, as far as the bracket goes, okay? I mean, there's so many people, countless experts had the Bucks repeating, okay? I think it's already wide open. They're out. First of all, I mean, this is going to be a good segue for the next conversation, but
Yep.
things are looking pretty fucking good for the Sixers. I'm just going to say,
Wide
the
open.
Bucks are the one team that I think I would have been, complete team, obviously. I would have been a little worried about Giannis.
Yeah.
That's the one guy, that's the threat. Let's just call it what it is. I think that would have been the threat to the Sixers. The biggest threat is the Bucks. If they're out, sky's the limit, fellas. I mean, I had the Sixers winning the ship. I don't know.
So do I.
Nick, who did you have? Because I did
I
not.
have the Suns winning. This
You got the
shit,
Suns.
but of course. I put the hex on
Who
them,
do you
bro.
got them facing?
I'm dead ass.
You might
It's
have.
so bad.
Well, I appreciate it for the Sixers' sake. Who
so
do you
bad.
got? Who do you got them beating?
I had them beating the Sixers.
You did?
Yeah.
And you have the Warriors there.
I know.
Third episode.
And
for
some reason I keep thinking.
And Nick,
I
got the Sixers beating the Suns in 6.
I have
It'll shake up everything if the Suns and Bucks are out.
I have the Sixers beating the Warriors.
Man, they look good too.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, we can give them a little note here before we move on, right?
Jordan Poole is that guy. I can't believe he was in the G League last year.
Jordan Poole and Tyrese Maxey
Are 1 and 2.
should be the most improved players. Period. And no disrespect. Okay, no disrespect to Darius Garland. I honestly think you could go 1A, B, and C right there. Give him a co-award winner, and 2 of those guys aren't even in the race.
The crazy thing.
That's ridiculous to me.
What's wild with Jordan Poole is he is like a combination of Clay and Steph. Because he could do all the crazy shots that Steph does, and he could still spot up shoot like Clay. It's unbelievable. He changed the whole landscape of that team.
I mean, they got 3 Splash Brothers right now.
Facts or cat?
And Draymond Green can shoot.
That's facts.
I mean, Draymond Green locked Jokic.
Dre looks good.
Up the other night.
Yeah, the key takeaway here is if Jokic was doing the shit he's doing right now, and he played for Philadelphia, let's say, he would be vilified.
Timberwolves are busting the Grizzlies wide open.
That's going 7, and you were right. I mean, you got Minnesota winning. I revised it. I still have Memphis winning, but I have winning in 7 at home.
There's this thing called a resume, and if you check it,
Hey, it's early on.
mine's A+.
But that was a good call with the 7 games. I'll give you that.
I have the Timberwolves winning it.
You got Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got
me
Memphis
too.
in like the Western Conference Finals, bro.
I changed it. I had them. I had them in.
They're losing it, bro.
Dude, shut
See,
up.
like,
I'm just...
see, like the NBA is a game of emotions. If you lose one game in the playoffs, it's like a fucking bomb went off on your house. But if you win, you live in a mansion. Everything's beautiful. Everything's glorious.
Cap.
That's not cap. That's not cap.
He's got a point, Mike.
Everybody jumped off the Memphis bandwagon when they lost game 1. Then they win game 2, and they're like, oh well, Memphis is back. You know, like here they are. They're gonna win the next
That was the
fucking 4
media.
games.
That wasn't me.
I'm just saying.
I'm with
That's
you
the
still,
consensus.
Nick.
I just think it's bullshit. It's a change of emotions.
I'm with you still, Nick. Although I think the only reason why I changed it to 7 was because of matchups, strictly just matchups. I still think Memphis is better.
That's the only reason I said Timberwolves.
They ran into like. It's just an.
It's like
awful
equivalent
matchup.
to like you know what the Wolves remind me of, like, weirdly, and I hope they don't because I want Memphis to win, but they remind me of like the 07 Giants. They got hot in the playoffs, start creeping up, you know what I mean? And then here they go. Like, I feel like if they could beat Memphis, they're gonna have crazy confidence.
They will.
Yeah, and then how are the Warriors going to be able to stop Towns?
True.
The problem,
That's another matchup right
here's
there.
the thing. This is exactly why I picked
They
the
got Pat
Timberwolves.
Bev over there, hassling people. He's been a difference maker for them.
We were laughing after the show because I'm like, why did I say the Clippers? As soon as the show was over, I'm like, I don't know why I said the Clippers. I said it was the Wolves because I was trying to bring that into saying the Wolves would beat the Grizzlies because of the matchup, because they don't have anybody to deal with Towns. Like, at least with the Warriors, you could throw Draymond at him, who can play defense. Adams can't do shit. And Patrick Beverley is the worst type of player for Ja Morant because Patrick Beverley is so annoying. And when you are not a consistent jump shooter, which Ja isn't, he's more of a rim attacker, that just gives him problems. It does, and it wears him out. It makes him tired.
That game ain't over yet, though.
No, it's not.
We'll check back in.
We'll check back in.
Yeah. Keep giving us updates, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But back to, well, first of all, Jokic, yes, he would be vilified if he did this shit and he played in Philadelphia. He's actually the opposite of valuable right now for this team. Seriously.
Yeah. His plus
Am I
minus is
wrong?
horrible.
I'm indifferent about it.
Like, I just don't get it. I haven't seen one player say that Jokic is MVP.
Nobody
it's only
hates
the
Jokic
media.
more than Philly fans right now.
It's really, you know what I hate? The media's pissing me off right now because you're letting the NBA front office or the commissioner's office, whatever, sway you. That's what it is. No one from the process, no Sixer can win an award for the end of time.
Fultz.
Except Finals MVP.
Fultz told him. I love
For real.
Fultz.
Yeah, I love that. That was cool.
That's why Philly doesn't hate Fultz.
I mean, he sees it for what it is. And he was supported here. Unlike Ben Simmons bitching about Philly,
He was
Fultz
supported.
understood. He didn't perform to what he should have been, but he still has love for the city because we supported him even when he was down. Same with Ben.
Yeah, and
we all
touching
wanted it
shit
to
free
work
throws.
out. Okay, it didn't work out. But this is a perfect segue, guys, because we got the Nets and Celtics. And this is back to the point where I was saying a second ago, shit is looking dandy for the Sixers as far as like, you know, later rounds. I don't want to dismiss the Heat. They play hard and they're playing well right now. Okay, I don't want
Count
to,
them out.
you know, one round at a time, one game at a time.
Absolutely, yep.
But the bracket is shaping up in a way that benefits the Sixers because teams like the Nets. Well, first of all, the Celtics look great.
Yeah, Celtics.
They're
They're a
legit.
force.
And I regret that pick. I didn't get to change that one. I wanted to go because
Me too.
here's the reason why
Me
I keep
too.
saying this. Okay,
Me
I
too.
keep saying change this, change that because the brackets on NBA.com technically locked last night. They locked at midnight today. Believe it or not, I don't know why they do it this way.
I didn't even know.
The first round's already almost
I
over.
don't give a fuck.
So you're going to actually see, like now, you're going to see our brackets posted on social. All right? Stay tuned, everybody. You'll see it. You already heard it on the show, but you're going to actually see it now.
I
'Cause
can't
they-
flip-flop.
they
Like,
locked.
once I lock it in, I'm done.
Yeah, I did the same thing, Nick. All I did was I might have changed a series or two as far as games.
Games, yeah.
But, like,
Pause.
I really do wish that I changed my pick there. I was just
Me
like,
too.
nah, I can't be like that. Like, for the sake of the show, everything. But I would pick the Celtics right now. It's...
I mean, anybody would.
They're scary looking right now though. Like they're looking like they're gonna make a run, and they're looking like conference championship material.
Nah, bro. They're looking like finals material.
They
bro.
do look like finals
Jason
material.
Tatum, I saw the look in his eyes. He's got the eye of the tiger. Him, Jaylen Brown, that whole Celtics team, they don't care who they play. Line them the fuck up. We'll play Brooklyn, and we don't give a fuck who you are. I like that shit. That's why you don't run away from teams. And look, they are busting their ass. They are locking up KD. I have never seen KD play this bad. I was texting you about it.
He's been smothered.
He's been absolutely.
I love it.
He's been in
Look
jail.
at that smile. Turn
He's
the
in
show
jail.
to camera because I can't change the angle.
Love it.
He's in jail. Like
Love
straight
it.
up.
I've never been so happy.
It's facts. And I just never seen KD miss so many shots like that in my life. Like he was 0 for
Nick.
10 in the second half, and that would have been shit. That would have been.
Keep going, please.
Wait, let me tell you
I'm
this.
just being honest. You
Game one.
gotta be honest.
Game one, that man turned the ball over like 7 straight possessions. I was just like, oh my God. He couldn't adjust. Kyrie looked pretty good, but like overall though, this team, the Nets, I mean, they were the favorites. They were the favorites to win it all, even entering the series.
Wild.
Okay? I don't understand it. Because outside of those two, what do you got?
Okay.
For real. Like,
You don't have shit. And
Got nothing.
last night, Bruce Brown had 23, Seth had 16, and Dragic had 18. That's your max that you're going to get out of that. And they still lost. Series is over.
it's definitely.
I would be
over.
surprised
Just
if it
how many
went-
games?
I would be surprised if it went more than 5.
Wow.
They are
I have 6 minimum either way because I have to stick with it.
They
I
are-
have to, out of respect.
They are
but-
smothering. Smothering.
But let me tell you this. If it ends ugly like you're saying, KD and Kyrie better get fucking crucified in the media.
I hope so.
They can't escape criticism.
I wrote down this fun stat.
They
real quick.
cannot escape
I
criticism
know.
if it ends in 5.
I want this.
I can't.
I wrote down this funny stat. A guy, you guys might know him. He wore number 23, wore number 6 before. He played.
Oh, come on. You're going to go this way?
He played these same Celtics in a 7-game series. He didn't have a teammate average more than 13
What,
points.
you're going to give me the LeBron angle. Yeah, I know what he did against the Celtics.
34
LeBron is better than KD and Kyrie.
34, 9, and 8, 52 from the field, 40 from 3. But I digress on behalf of the association.
Listen, who's going to argue with that?
I know. No.
I know you just
when-
want
when was
to
this?
pump your
17.
LeBron muscles
What?
out here as much as you
17.
can.
17, bro. This ain't the same Celt. This ain't the same.
It's the same core.
This team is not the same team. though.
It's not the same team.
Younger
bro.
Listen, this
they
defense,
are grown-ups now.
This defense
around.
They're grown men
right now is smothering. This defense is smothering.
So
Fuck out of here with
I'm
that
gonna-
shit.
He's
He's trying to pump up LeBron's ass.
Hey,
Get the
I'm
fuck
just-
out of here.
I'm just-
Flex your
I'm just
LeBron
saying.
muscles for a minute and enjoy it because LeBron would have more success in this series, honest to God. But go ahead, give a flex.
All right, so no, I'm actually going to defend KD a little bit. KD's tired.
Huh?
He's tired. He's averaged 42 minutes a game over the past month.
He wouldn't have to if this team wasn't so ass behind him.
Do you know he hasn't played 20 consecutive games in Brooklyn? He hasn't played 20 consecutive games.
I can't say I'm surprised. They're both out like periodically for a long time each.
Kevin Durant right now is going through what LeBron had to do for so long. The difference is KD and Kyrie are basically the same player. They're pure superstar scorers, average defenders, and below average offensive creators.
I don't want to say average defender for KD. I think he's underrated. That said, it depends on what role you're asking to play. If he's a rim protector,
well, game one,
I'd rather have him there than one-on-one.
Game one solidifies my point.
I mean, I
don't think the series is over.
It's not over, and it could flip right away.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to like go crazy here.
They're not winning 4
but
out
it's
of 5.
going.
You
It's
think
going.
KD and Kyrie? You think the Brooklyn Nets going 4 out of 5?
The only way if the Nets do win this, the
Why?
Nets, the only chance of them winning it is going into 7 games. They're not going to be able to win it in 6. They're not winning 4 straight.
No.
But 7, I mean, I don't see it at this moment.
No, I don't see it either.
And I had the Nets.
I don't think like they're out of it.
Did you both have the Celtics?
I did.
You had the Nets?
I had the Nets.
I had the
I
Nets in
preferably,
6.
man.
I have the Celtics in 6. And
Nets in 6.
here's the thing:
Yeah.
KD and Kyrie
I'm with you, Nick.
combined last night, 6 assists. They can't create offense for other players. That's not their game. That's why Kyrie Irving thrived with LeBron, and he hasn't done shit without him. And I'm not even saying that this has nothing to do with LeBron. He's a Robin that thinks he's a Batman.
What's my favorite quote, Mike?
He hasn't done shit because he's not available.
That
That goes into it.
But guys, what's my favorite quote? I say it a lot on this show. I may say it in a different sport.
It's a team game.
It's a team game, and they are not a good team. They're playing iso ball, basically. They're two iso ball players.
Because they're the same player.
And see, here's the difference between those two and James Harden right now, okay? Because obviously those two are better than James Harden. Hold on.
Okay, go
Can
ahead.
you go with that?
Go ahead. Go. You're good.
Because here's the thing. The difference between those two and James Harden right now. Yes, are they better than James Harden right now? Yes. The difference is James Harden was willing to sacrifice for the better of the team and change his game to make the Sixers a winning team. Okay? That takes some pride. This is a guy who obviously, I'm sure, wants to shoot the ball more. I'm sure he wants to score 30-plus a game. But this is what's best for the team. He's become a playmaker.
I disagree with you a little bit on that.
How not?
No. I agree with you that Harden changed his game. The only reason I disagree, I don't think Kyrie or KD can do that because they're not natural.
Partially true.
They're gonna get Ben Simmons back though in Game 4.
And they're gonna be worse.
Everyone that
If Nets win Game 3, Simmons fucks around. He says, "Fuck it, I'm pulling up from 3," and he starts making these shits. And you got KD and Kyrie.
Not happening.
Fam, I'm just saying. He could shock the world and say, "Fuck it, I had nothing to lose.
He's
Nick,
done
you know
nothing
what?
to indicate
I
that
got
he can do
nothing to
that.
fucking lose anymore. I don't
the
give a
one
fuck."
interesting angle
But
here.
I don't believe it.
He hasn't played in 8 months.
Yeah.
Nick, if the Nets win Game 3 and they get Simmons back in Game 4, and he's at like, I don't know, let's say 80%. 80% Simmons should probably be enough, at least on the defensive side of the ball, distributing the ball and whatnot. It should make it interesting.
Let me
That's
ask you a
all I'm going
question.
to say. And that's like,
I got you.
I'm giving some wiggle room here because he hasn't played in a fucking long time.
I want to go back to your point. You said earlier that Brooklyn's just not a good team, right?
They're not a good team. They don't play good team ball.
If it's a team game, why would KD and Kyrie get so much slack from the media?
They shouldn't. That's my whole point. You know?
They shouldn't?
They shouldn't have any slack right now.
Oh, okay.
They should be getting smacked around by the media.
All right. I was about to go off.
And they just don't seem like...
Yeah,
like,
but yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's what I mean. Like, why would the media smack them around? If they're just on a bad team and they're just getting outperformed by a better team, I mean, that's just not...
Because they did this.
They also
did
aren't
what?
playing well. That's the main reason.
They left their squad and
fair.
came together because they
And
thought
they
that
assembled
those
this-
two can do it.
They assembled this team,
But
the
they
two
don't
of them.
have continuity. They weren't together all season long with this COVID shit with Kyrie.
Whose fault
he
is
hasn't.
that?
I'm just saying it's that's the reason, Mike. If they had continuity the last 3 years, I can guarantee you Brooklyn would be a better team.
False.
They wouldn't have traded for James Harden probably because they probably would have get other pieces around them to make them a deeper team. That's what I believe, and they would be better off because they would have continuity and they would have pieces around them to help them out.
You're still missing the point.
That's the thing, though, is they chose this route. I agree with you with the continuity point, but that's the thing. They chose this route, and that's why the bench is ass. That's why the starting lineup. I mean, listen, if Simmons comes back, it's a pretty good looking starting lineup. But otherwise, they're just not a deep team. And that's because this is the way they wanted it to be. They wanted to have that flexibility at a third star. They committed to it. And they're the ones who didn't play games. Kyrie didn't get the vaccine. KD couldn't stay healthy. The usual these days. Kyrie doesn't even stay healthy. James Harden can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
they committed to this route, and that was their choice. So they should take a lot of the blame for that alone, because that was their choice, and they openly talk about it, you know?
Well, then I would look at Kyrie more than I would look at KD because not for nothing, it ain't KD's fault that Kyrie didn't want to get the vaccine. He wasn't available.
Whoa, wait a minute, though.
That's not his fault.
Kyrie Irving has a pattern of erratic, irrational behavior.
Okay.
And Kevin Durant left a stable organization with a superstar guard and chose Kyrie Irving when he knows that at that any point in time, he can just flail out. And here's the problem. Kevin Durant is too cool of a dude. He does not hold his players accountable.
But that's not his fault if Kyrie didn't want to get the vaccine to not become available for his team. That's not KD's fault. I get it. He chose to play with an erratic player, all this shit about Kyrie, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. Because I agree with you. He is crazy.
You sit him the fuck down.
Crazy. He thinks the earth is flat, bro.
That's
all I need to say on that, like real quick.
So Kyrie don't do it for the name on the front.
No, he does it for Irving.
Been screaming, young Irv.
Uncle Drew.
The
That's
thing
it.
that they deserve the most blame for right now, though, is their play. It's just not good enough. They're not playing well.
He had 10 points last night.
Exactly. That's the
Kevin
problem.
Durant 0 for 10 in the second half.
But what I'm saying is,
The problem is they're not playing
you
well
got my
enough.
point though, right?
Yeah, no, we
What I
we
was saying
understand
is,
what you're saying.
that's not KD's fault. I mean, like, not for nothing. He did choose to play with him, but it's like something that like happening like that is just so slim to none that you can't predict. So like my thing is just like you can't blame KD for that.
I only blame him because he chose the situation, and I don't think that continuity would fix them because, again, KD and Kyrie are they're the same player. They don't create offense for other players. They just get buckets. That's why KD thrived in Golden State. He wasn't able to get doubled. Now he's getting double teamed. Now he is getting doubled, and he's seeing what that pressure is.
But
Kyrie
also,
Irving,
like they're just not playing well. Like that's the thing. Is they're not playing
They're not hitting their shots.
the way they need to play for this team to advance.
Those
They're
two
just
had-
not playing well.
you have 6 assists.
That's why they need to be literally hung out to dry. They need to be shit on in the media. If this series ends in 5 games, they need to be dumped on for real.
6
like this.
assists.
Just like this. All right. It's unacceptable.
Real.
Unacceptable. They need to go at least 6.
6 assists. It's not.
Yikes.
You don't win like that.
Oh man.
Well, we got an update for the Timberwolves and
Yeah,
Grizzlies.
go ahead. Throw us
It is
that way.
51 to 44. The Wolves are over the Grizz. The Grizz have roared back.
They have.
How
They
much
have clawed
time is
their
left?
way back. It's halftime.
Oh, this game. This
And
is,
it was
this
like-
is a wide open game.
It was 51 to 32 at one point, right?
They were almost up 30.
Sixers were down
That's
17
crazy.
yesterday. No
Yeah,
big deal.
Which is wild. I think it was 48-21 at one point, which is
It was. It's 51 to 44.
23 to
They
12.
want no
Here they
smoke.
come.
They run up the chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been hearing that shit?
They got their best punch. Now it's time to fucking go kill. You know what I mean?
Running up the chimney.
Ja has 5 points, but I
Say
can
that all the
guarantee you he's about to go off.
He has
second
5?
half. Yeah, he's got 5
That
points.
explains
he'll
the
be
scoring
alright.
output. Again, Patrick Beverly is annoying. I'll
It's
take him
alright.
on the Sixers.
I'll bet on Ja every day.
This is a good chance to segue out of basketball, guys, because we ain't talking about. Well, we'll see how this game ends, but I'm tired of talking about bums. All right.
Oh, wait. I got one more question
ahead.
for you guys.
Go ahead.
Who you guys got tonight? Jazz or Mavericks?
Oh, you
And
know
Nuggets Warriors.
I had one question, so I'll answer your question. This one's in Dallas, right? This is game 3.
This one's in Utah.
Wait, yeah,
Sorry, Mike.
Oh, is it really in Utah right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I have it mixed up? Maybe I did. Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably lean Utah tonight, but series, I still got Mavs winning the series. The fact that they went and took a game, like my question was this: whether or not they could go, 1-on-1 in the homestand and, stay alive with Luka pending.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to win it in 7. And that's why I picked them at 7. Now I remember, because they were the home team.
I got the Jazz tonight and the Warriors. I got the Warriors in 3.
And 3. I got
The Warriors might be the only sweep.
I got the Mavericks and I got the Warriors.
Oh, Sixers. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, in the West. Go ahead.
I like the Mavericks tonight and I like the Warriors. I like the Mavericks team. I think they play as a team. Like I think the Jazz are just a bunch of misfits, man.
They fucking hate each other.
But the Mavericks love each other. Like I feel like you never have any issues with them, and they just play as a team.
They've been
Even
playing
without
hard.
their best player, they are winning a playoff game. Like that just speaks volumes in itself about the overall team. And I'm rolling with the Mavericks.
That's why, Nick, I have absolutely the utmost confidence they win this series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They'll find a way, whether or not it's this game or the next game. They're going to win the series. The Jazz are getting blown up, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Donovan
talk
Mitchell's
about
going
that.
to the Knicks.
God.
Heat.
All right, fellas. You know what time it is, right? You know what time it is. Mm-hmm.
We're almost back.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till the NFL's back.
About to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Bang! Bang! That's always a crowd pleaser.
I'm a pleaser.
Oh my
We're
God.
back on the NFL, and there's been some crazy news. All right.
Every time I
First
hear
up,
that, I literally think of that now.
The best. It's my favorite TikTok on the page.
It's so funny. It's shot out.
by the way, for you Ben Simmons lovers out there, go check out Mike's Ben Simmons hype video that is now on our TikTok.
Hold
It's a little tribute to him returning in Game 4. Little
Possibly.
tribute.
Most
Dropping him
likely.
in Game 4 is a fucking disaster, and I'm here for it. I can't. That's gonna be my second favorite thing.
It would be crazier if Brooklyn goes down 3-0 and then they get Ben back and they get swept.
It would be so fitting.
That would be crazy.
I didn't even think of that. I hope that happens.
Yo,
if
actually,
that happens,
do you
I
believe he
don't care
comes back if they're down 3-0?
No, because
Yeah, I
they're
don't
gonna
think so
trade him.
either.
They're trading him in the offseason.
No, I mean like. Okay,
Regardless.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, NFL talk. Enough of these bums. Deebo Samuel has requested a trade out of the 49ers. Wow, that escalated.
I mean, yeah, who the fuck wants to play with Trey Lance?
God. Well, according to
I
you,
got-
Jimmy
I got-
G
I
started
got
this
a
year.
theory.
So
Hell
yeah.
So I didn't forget that. Oh man, I can't wait when he gets moved. I can't wait. I got something great for you guys.
I got a theory on that, but go ahead.
Oh my God. I can't wait to hear this shit.
I can't.
It's theories, baby.
I can't wait to hear. Yeah. We need to have a soundbite of that.
We'll get it.
His theories. Okay, so Deebo. Oh man, I can't believe this. Really, how this shaped up. Okay, so first, do you think he gets traded? Plain and simple.
Hell fucking yeah.
Wow.
This dude is fucking out of here. He wants nothing to do with San Fran. Look, this is the reason why he wants to get traded. And this is my theory. He's looking at the wide receiver market. He knows how volatile this fucking sport is between being healthy and injured. The way he plays his position is more injury prone than other wide receivers that are used, right? And he's looking at the wide receiver market and he's like, holy shit, look at everybody else getting 25 million a year. I want that bag. Give me 4 years, 25 million. I'll secure my fucking life for the rest of my life. And the reason why he doesn't want to be a running back / wide receiver is because you get paid less. So obviously he wants to be labeled as a true wide receiver to get the bag. That's how I feel on it. And that's my theory.
I honestly agree with you. Because part of it was, this is supposedly what they're saying. They're saying that Deebo does not want to be used like a running back at all.
But
obviously this is for longevity in his career.
Absolutely. And
Earnings.
that is literally San Fran's system. They find those wide receivers that do the fucking end arounds and all that other, gadget shit plays. It's what they do. That's their system. So he knows that. So he knows that if he's on that team, they're obviously going to ask, hey, like to run these plays. What are you going to say? No. And then you lose all that money because now you're considered a bad teammate and a cancer in the locker room.
You know what else is whacked here?
Bro, I'm telling you, he wants to leave because he knows another team is going to treat him as a true wide receiver.
But he didn't.
That's the other thing, by the way, Nick.
Until this year.
No, Nick.
What?
He didn't really be successful.
Nick, I agree with you. I agree with you. Can I add to it? I totally agree with you. Like everything you said. I really do. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm going to add to it though. Okay. 2 parts. Doesn't that actually kind of hurt his trade value? Because they're asking for a quote king's ransom, and he doesn't want to play running back at all. He wants to play wide receiver only.
That's a good point.
Now I wonder if a team is going to be willing to pay the price to get him. That's the first thing. That's part 1. Part 2, he makes an interesting case. Only because top 5 in receiver yards this year, despite playing all those downs as a running back. Despite the usage. Top 5 in receiving yards. So he makes a case. But the thing is, though, I just don't know if a team is going to commit because of that. Like, that's the thing. That makes him so valuable that you can use him however you choose. Is he investable as a wide receiver? Absolutely. I just don't know if he's going to be the type that nets, Devontae Adams territory or Tyreek Hill. And that's going to be what they're asking for. They're going to ask for that exact package. But I do think, Nick, you're 100% correct on your take. I think that he definitely is, like, upset with the way he's being used. And additionally, I think he was also upset that he didn't get this contract right away. Like, right after these guys got paid, I think he's a little butthurt. Because I think San Fran is willing to give him whatever he wants. That's, by all accounts, that's what Schefter said. It's Deebo that doesn't want to be there right now. So, Nick, your theory is correct, man. He sounds like a little salty. He sounds a little bit dramatic.
I mean, it's his second year, and it's his breakout year. It's kind of like it's.
But again,
he's got a case, but he's got some. It's bad timing.
We talked about this before. These players run the NFL now.
They do. It's becoming like the NBA a little bit.
So fucking crazy that it's honestly insane. You want to get paid $25 million to play wide receiver for 4 years. So that's $100 million that you are making to play a sport for 4 fucking years. I think that is fucking crazy. I am sorry. It's like the middle class people, you just get fucked. You absolutely get fucked. What if I have a really good fucking year where I work after 1 year and I demanded a fucking $100,000 raise? Why not?
Don't work like that.
I know, but is it ever going to trickle down to the middle class?
Never.
Or do they have you by the balls to the point where you can't even fucking, expand like that?
Player empowerment it's the inmates running the asylum. It's at an all-time high.
Sound like Mr. McNair of Houston.
Yeah, well, he's a pile of shit.
Okay,
I'm not that way.
You're not like that.
But it's very, very.
Got you, though.
But
That
it
was
is
his
true,
quote.
though. The NBA, it's the truest quote I've ever heard. The NBA is trickling into the NFL, just like Dave just said. The problem is now is
I said it too right before.
The problem is too also is he got banged up this year, right? Deebo Samuel, he got banged up a little bit. I honestly believe this. I believe people are looking at players like Baker, who just cost himself millions upon millions, and are saying, like, no, fuck that. I want my money now. This is his second year. He's going into his 3rd year. He wants his contract. Kyler Murray, 3rd year. I want my contract. Players are doing that now because they're not going to risk playing hurt. Dak Prescott
part
did
of it, though, honestly, is just leverage. Because he knows he's got him by the balls. They need him.
All the leverage.
He's got all the leverage because of the contracts that were just handed out. The league is shifting already in a direction of fully guaranteed deals. It should have already been that way. Let's be honest. Like, baseball shouldn't be fully guaranteed, and football, come on. It's football. They need to be guaranteed.
Hey, guys.
You know how you stop it? What Daryl Morey did. Fuck you. I'm not trading you. Until I get what I believe is a satisfactory comp package, I'm not trading you. You could sit on the bench.
The difference,
and do
though,
nothing.
Mike, is that this happens in the NFL all the time, and they have stricter penalties. That was
Who?
the first time. The NBA has never seen anything like the holdout Ben Simmons had. That was the first time we ever
Good.
seen.
Let him go. The NFL. Oh, Zeke. Oh, I'm training in Cabo until I get my contract. Stay in
They're
Cabo.
going to have
Fuck
a
you.
harder time, is all I'm saying, because of the penalties that they put on these deals.
Who?
In the NFL.
No. I'm saying, like, if Zeke said I'm not reporting the training camp without a deal. Why can't Jerry Jones say, I don't give a fuck, stay there, and just not let him play? You don't want to report, you don't get paid. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm
Because
okay.
you're too
So
invested in the overall player.
Well, for me,
Aaron,
I
you know what? I said
would
it.
lose. I would let my team lose that year. I would lose that player, and whatever repercussions happen to the team, and let him just be a selfish asshole and sit out.
Okay, so here I should have worded it differently. First of all,
It don't work like that too, though, because you got ticket scale, you got ticket sales, you got jersey.
Nobody's
merchandise.
buying ticket sales strictly because of Zeke.
twofold.
Some people do.
The NFL, okay, quicker depreciation of the asset. The players depreciate faster. That's one thing. So they always want to get value while they can on these deals. Okay. Second part, the players come back because they get stricter penalties imposed on them. So that's one thing the NFL's got going. All right. I'm going to ask you a question, though, because we got to speed things up. All right. And we started 5 minutes late, so we'll go a little over. But mock trade here. This has been thrown around. This is a structure that's loosely been thrown around the league. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, all right, would you do this deal? A first from this year, a third and a fourth for Deebo Samuel. And the logic here is, all right, you're giving up the first. That definitely hurts. The 3 and 4, you'll make up for it down the line. Is it a lot of value? Yeah, it's a lot. But going rate's going to be at least a first. So, do you think it's worth it?
I do. However, I actually am really with Nick on the whole. I mean, with you on the skepticism, because if he doesn't want to play running back, I don't know what he actually looks like as a strict receiver on the outside.
I think he showed you enough there, though. I got some people are going to say that. I
but
get
his dynamic was also getting in the backfield and running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
Catching swing
he'll-
passes, going for 80 yards, like.
I think he actually is a perfect fit for the offense, but
So
I don't
do
know.
I.
I don't know if
I
I
love
do the
him.
deal because, first of all, I don't think the Eagles do the deal. Whether or not I want to, I don't care.
have you seen our
I don't-
track record drafting wide receivers aside from Devontae Smith?
I'm telling you right now, I don't think they'll do it simply because until they're fully committed to the quarterback, they're not going to pay that kind of money for a receiver. Period.
See, that's so dumb.
I know
because
it
Then you
is.
waste a whole
You're
fucking
hurting Hurts.
year.
You're
You
hurting
waste a
Hurts.
whole year.
I know.
You want Jason Kelsey back so fucking bad. You send him a fucking keg of beer, but yet you're gonna tank the whole season. It doesn't make any
Or
fucking
even
sense.
Nick-
He's leaning towards retirement. You're gonna tank the season because you are so unsure of your quarterback. Why don't you go get the fucking wide receiver and see what you could do? And if you fail, you fail. You can go out into the fucking draft, go get your quarterback, and then you still have that wide receiver. Why is that so hard to comprehend? I don't fucking understand.
They do
this.
need a receiver, no question about
I hate
it.
Howie Roseman.
I
Maybe-
hate it. It doesn't make any
maybe-
sense. It's
I mean,
honestly
the other
stupid.
theory is maybe you could wait till the trade deadline and snag one of these guys if they remain unsigned. I mean, AJ Brown there's some drama there. Terry McLaurin looking unlikely. They're going to sign him.
Yeah,
that's by all accounts now. But AJ Brown also is a little upset right now. Close with Jalen Hurts. Maybe you wait a little bit, just wait it out. Howie's always good with the trades, but I just don't think that they're going to do it like now. I don't think it's going to happen right now.
I just think the Eagles, in my opinion, the issue happened with Calvin Ridley because they were getting Calvin Ridley.
That would have been amazing.
For a perfect deal, and it threw a monkey wrench in there
Lower
because
tag, too.
Nobody knew that happened. Like, nobody knew that. And I think it threw Howie's hand off. It threw his whole plan into, like, disarray.
My thing is this, though. I mean, like, all right, cool.
But make up for
you
it.
give up a first-round pick, cool. But, like, what's the difference between a first-round pick and a second-round pick? At that point. If for a dynamic wide receiver in Deebo Samuel or DK Metcalf, what is the actual difference between a second-round pick and a first-round pick? If he is that wide receiver, you go get him. I don't understand. You go get that guy. Are you going to rely on another rookie to come in here and change the game? It's hard, man. It's hard to find Jamar Chases here in India.
I'm taking the proven commodity over the draft pick any day of the week.
And
Absolutely.
And honestly,
Absolutely.
And honestly, like I said, I mean, they can get compensatory picks back. I'm okay with giving up a first there, but you are going to have to pay them, so you better be sure of it. Like if you're gonna have to give up that deal for a receiver, I'd rather give it up for AJ Brown personally, or DK Metcalf. But Deebo's up there too. I'm just saying, like, you know,
I got
it's
you.
just not
Yeah.
my preferred angle, I guess. But he is a perfect fit for the offense for what they want to do. Especially, actually, like he's probably a better fit for Jalen Hurts if we're being honest.
Who?
Deebo Samuel.
Absolutely.
Because he's a
more
guy
dynamic.
get the ball in his hands quick, let him do his thing. You know, it would be a better fit for the offense. All right, guys. There's one more thing here, and this is how we're going to end the night. There is a Jalen Reagor trade that I thought was interesting because I'm not sure how you guys are going to reply to this. All right,
Is it a bag of Fritos? I'll take that.
he's getting like added on.
Honey barbecue Jones, they go fucking bananas.
The chili Fritos
they
hit.
go crazy.
Chili
man.
Fritos hit.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Hold on.
Hell, I'll take a fucking bag of Smart Pop. Is that what it's called? Smart Pop?
If I'm a team, I wouldn't trade a sixth
Smart
rounder
food
for
popcorn.
fucking
Yeah.
Jalen Reagor, bro.
Who?
I wouldn't trade a sixth rounder for that dude.
I don't know what I want for him. Like I mean, if the Eagles are going to trade him, because I just don't think he's going to make the roster.
I said this when we drafted him. You drafted a dollar store Tyreek Hill.
I don't even know if is it a dollar store?
Yeah,
Is that selling him too high?
he's like the 99-cent iced tea. He's just garbage, dude. He's a punt. He was drafted. He was coming out of college as a kick returner, and we brought him to the NFL, and he doesn't return kicks. You don't do anything.
There's a lot of things that were done here. Like, yes, a lot of it's his fault. Yes, the Eagles deserve some blame. It obviously didn't work out. Justin Jefferson was there. Period. That's all you need to know. Justin Jefferson was there.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was advocating you gotta give up a 1 and a 2 and get CeeDee Lamb, whatever. It's
shored up
in
the
the
back end.
past. Okay. Here's the deal, though, and it goes two ways. So, if you're the Eagles, would you trade both your first rounders? That's 15 and 18, plus Jalen Reagor, for the Texans' number 3 overall pick?
Nah.
To gain what? So what did they to draft who?
So, by all accounts, this is a draft where the top 10 guys, supposedly it's like top tier drops right after number 10. If you want like the highest, the upper echelon, you want a top 5 pick in this draft. That's by all accounts. If you want a star in the making, you need a top 10 pick. Good draft overall, but and a lot of starters in the draft, a lot of contributors, but star talent, they're saying. You're done after pick 10.
So to be honest,
So
no, I wouldn't.
number 3.
I wouldn't, because I feel like you can get more at 15 and 18, and we need some pieces. So I would rather have the 2 picks.
Because I mean, maybe
I'm keeping the ammo.
Yeah, for sure.
I would honestly, like, my thought was I don't want to do it either.
I mean, 3 sounds enticing, but unless you're going to take unless you're getting a quarterback or something like that you know is a surefire homer, which I know there's nothing like that, but like the hype around Lawrence and Burrow and all that shit was coming out. Unless you're doing that and going up in 3, you're not. You're rolling with Hurts. Keep 15 and 18. You can get a linebacker. Maybe you can get somebody on the offensive side of the ball that helps them, or you could trade that and get somebody like Deebo or something like that helps your quarterback. Because again, they're doing what they did to Carson Wentz. It's driving me crazy. They're not setting him up.
No, they're not.
As best as he possibly can. Like, the Cowboys went and got Amari when Dak was struggling.
Miami got Tyreek Hill
for Tua. It's just like they always do that. Joe Burrow, they're getting his offensive line because his offensive line wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
They're
bro.
addressing the needs.
I'll promise you one thing, guys. I'm not going to say what because I'm saving this for our show next week, and I'll give everybody details there because we're going to do an NFL draft preview and Eagles draft preview, okay? I will guarantee you they get somebody for Jalen Hurts. It's going to be in the draft.
What, you mean Reaper?
And no, I mean, I'm saying Jalen Hurts is going to get a receiver in this draft.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I guarantee it.
Absolutely.
I will tell you my prediction on our show, though. Okay? I want to save it for that, but
Cool.
Reagor, I think he's out the door either way. I just wouldn't do this deal. If you're the Texans, though, do you do that deal? Like, I actually think I wouldn't do it if I'm the Texans either. I think they'd get more value than that.
Yeah, because they need all the help they
It's
can.
not a bad idea, like sending Reagor there, a low pressure situation.
And
I mean,
Davis
essentially,
Mills.
if you're looking at it like, hey, I believed in him 2 years ago, then you're maybe looking at it like, oh, I'm getting 3 firsts out of this. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're not, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
Mills Mafia.
Yeah,
Are
Would
you
you-
are you part of it?
He looked all right. to be
Mills
honest.
Mafia.
yeah,
I'm rooting for him.
I don't think
I'll root for him.
I don't think they're drafting quarterback.
He showed some promise, dude. He had some pretty intriguing stats towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
He played well. As crazy as that sounds.
They're giving him,
Yeah.
but they're giving him a shot.
Of course.
And they signed Brandon Cooks.
But at least they signed. At least they gave him somebody, a reliable
target
vet that he can throw the ball to get like some like avenue of success.
I think what Eagles fans are disappointed about is they would have liked to have seen them sign a legitimate vet receiver.
Yeah,
that's all.
somebody that can still
somebody
play.
That's a little more proven than what we have. Because Devontae Smith's a stud. But
we would have been happy with Brandon Cooks.
I think anybody would have been happy if they went out and signed a vet who at least could be a decent 2, even a 3. Zach Pascal's not that. I mean, he's a situational player at best.
Not at the price, but if we would have got Christian Kirk, I think the Eagles fan base would have been happy about that. Because at least it's somebody like he can catch. He's not worth what he got paid in Jacksonville, but he's a reliable receiver. He can catch. He's good.
I think they'll be happy after the draft. And really, if we're being honest, if they go and get a receiver that has Mikey P's stamp of approval, this offseason was fucking fantastic. Really, because they don't have a lot they need to add on offense. That's it. They need one more receiver. They got everything else.
I would add 2 of them motherfuckers, but it's me.
Yeah, I would add another 2, but I'm just saying, if they do go get one, by the way, I think they like Quez Watkins more than most people do, and there's some signs there that he could do a little more.
Fuck this.
I'd rather see him as a 3 though.
Who?
I don't want to Quez Watkins. I'd rather see him as a 3.
Fuck the sign.
But
that's dumb. See, I hate that shit.
Nick, he gets open.
He gets
and
open,
he's got burners.
But he didn't produce shit.
That's
he wasn't a game changer for us.
I don't think that was on him as much as it was everyone else.
You get Devontae Smith, you get another first-round wide receiver on the outside. What you do is you sign a slot receiver to keep the fucking chains moving. You already have Goddard.
I actually think
that's how you play.
I think Quez can be that guy.
I think he could.
I actually do. I'm dead serious.
I think he could be a 3.
I believe he could be a 3, bro. I think he's good.
We're gonna find out.
We are, but I think he's good, bro. I really do.
You know who's good? You know who's good at moving the chains and doesn't get a lot of respect is fucking Greg Ward.
I've been screaming for 5 years.
But we don't talk about that.
Keep him around.
Greg Ward's fucking awesome.
He moves the chains.
And catches the ball.
That's all you need to do at third down. Especially with a young quarterback in Jalen Hurts, who all he does is wants to move the chains. Who's he gonna lose? Who's he gonna look to? His tight end and his slot receiver. Bang. That's how you move the chains. That's how. I mean, that's how football evolved in the sport it is today.
He's still there, and they should use him more.
Look at all the winning teams. Look at Cooper Kupp. Does it all.
He's been reliable.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Man, can only imagine if he wanted to get paid. That's another thing. He's saying he might take a team-friendly deal.
Hey, he didn't say a goddamn word, and the guy won a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep. He's the fucking man. All right, guys, that was an awesome show.
Yeah, real fast. Yeah, what's the score of this Timberwolves game?
65-48 Timberwolves.
Oh, all right.
Down by what? 17.
Yeah, take it away.
How much time left?
It's the third quarter.
Yeah, but how much time though?
6 minutes.
Now they're down by 20 now.
All right, take it away.
Yeah, that's not looking too nice.
It away.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. Philly Phil, hope you're having a good time.
I hope they don't win.
Happy 30th. He'll be 30 when he gets back.
Blocking you.
Important details. All right. Our next show is going to be Wednesday. All right? Wednesday night. We're only having one show next week. All right? Write this down. Wednesday night, you get your P&I NFL draft preview, Eagles draft preview. There's a little bit of Kyler talk that I purposely skipped tonight, and we'll save for Wednesday. And then obviously you still got the NBA playoffs. But that's literally the night before the draft. So we're going to have some fun with it. We'll have some stuff that you can look at for your bets and whatnot. And, yeah, we'll talk Eagles. That's going to be fun. All right?
Fucking Theories mock draft coming at your head.
Let's go. Let's go.
Theories mock draft.
But otherwise, this was Psychotic and Iconic episode 75, guys. We made it to 75. Holy shit. You know what? Fuck it. 75. Almost there. 3/4 of the way.
75 and staying alive. I love it. Know what I mean?
But this episode was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New players who sign up today using the promo code ICONIC receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, I hope you're watching us on the Props Network at Props HQ tonight, where you need to go and subscribe if you haven't already. You will not regret it. Again, one last time before I pass it off to Nick Theories, Next show, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. here. Philly Phil will be back, and he'll be old as shit, age 30. He's going to be feeling it. Promise.
Don't say that.
Yeah, man. He's going to be flying back the night before, age 30, partying in Cali and Vegas.
Yeah.
It's different that day, you know?
Yeah, he's going to be rusty.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But we'll have him back. So we'll have everybody back Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Thank you so much. As always, Nick Theories, you know what to do.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher, and all that other shit. Also, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And we will see you guys next Wednesday at P&I, baby.